Hey, welcome you guys. Quick comparison of some Gibson acoustic guitars, very premium. These are the custom shop level Gibson acoustics, with one exception. I'll explain that. This is the 1960 Fixed Bridge Hummingbird. This has a thin finish, nitro finish, hide glue construction. The guitar is very lightweight. It has a thermally aged Sitka Spruce top with mahogany back and sides, Rosewood Fingerboard, the split parallelogram fretboard inlay markers, Goto Keystone style tuning gears. Very cool guitar. Let's compare this to, and I'll show this to you, a Gibson EC Ebony Songwriter. This is a custom shop cutaway Gibson Songwriter. Now this is a long scale guitar, rosewood back and sides with a Sitka Spruce top, which is not thermally aged. This does have light gauge strings on it. This guitar is an Ebony Fingerboard. This has an Ebony Bridge, bone saddle, bone nut, as does the Hummingbird. And this, of course, has the very fancy Gibson Les Paul custom ornamentation in terms of the neck, the fingerboard, and the headstock onlay with the gold hardware. So let's have a listen to these, and then on the stand, you probably recognize this Gibson headstock as a classic. It's a J45 standard vintage from 2025. All right, so with all that explanation, I'll spend more time playing in between, but let's have a listen to the Songwriter. That's a Songwriter, again, very different guitar from the Hummingbird, being short scale and mahogany, and Songwriter, long scale, rosewood with ebony fingerboard and bridge. Here's the J45. Hopefully I'm not overloading the mic. This has that classic J45 low end growl, just a punchier low E string, maybe the low mids. They certainly have a growl that's indicative of J45s. Now this is a brighter, newer sounding J45, but has that still rich, classic Gibson slope-shouldered mahogany Sitka top, classic iconic sound. All right, let's come back to the Hummingbird. A little more definition and nuance in terms of my attack. Something that I'm feeling sonically, just listening over YouTube as you are, that may not translate as well. There's some good sustain and growl. Let me stutter. All right. I'm going to come back to the 45 because, again, it's a little closer to the Gibson Hummingbird, being both short scale, mahogany, Sitka guitars. something about that low end punch and push just inspired me to play that. Let me come back to the Hummingbird and then we'll go to the Songwriter. And again, playing that kind of blues on a Hummingbird, that might not be my first choice, but let's have a listen. That's the Hummingbird. Let's have a listen. Oops. I'll listen to the Songwriter. Human element always strikes when you're making these videos. Let's roll with it. What do you think? That's kind of cool. All right, let me come back to, we'll start on the Hummingbird just to make this an ABC and play something different. That's the Hummingbird. Again, trying to throw some different keys, some different attack styles at you. All right, I forgot to go to the E minor, so let's do that. They're all just so good and unique in different ways. The ways that they blend, resonate, certain growl clarity. Here's the J45. For some reason I tend to fret some of these notes sharp or flat on the J45. I don't know why I do that on that guitar. It might be a little bit of the neck shape and how it fits my hand. I don't know. Let's just leave it there. So Hummingbird, Songwriter, and then the production model J45, which is half the price of either of these guitars. I think the list price on this Hummingbird I think is $51.99. The EC Ebony Songwriter, I think they're around $5,000, and the J45 I think they list around $3,000, but you can get them for less. Anyhow, what do you guys think? Welcome your thoughts and comments. Hope this was informational and fun, and we'll see you next time.